Hey everyone, and welcome to ChineseSkill Unit 16. In this unit, we're going to talk a little more about dining. We'll cover a new question word and learn how to give our opinions on different types of food and drinks. So let's start with a new question word, 怎么样? It means how is or what's it like. Generally, 怎么样 uses a simple structure, A plus 怎么样 to mean how is A or what's A like. Here, A can be anything from food to your recent condition. For example, one of the most common questions in Chinese, 你最近怎么样? How have you been recently? And if you're out eating with a friend and you want to ask them, how's your steak? You could say, 你的牛排怎么样? How is your steak? One more food item. Fish in Chinese is called 鱼, so you could simply just ask 鱼怎么样 to mean, how's the fish? If you wanted to say something tastes good in Chinese, you could use the adjective 好吃, which means tasty, but for food only. 好 means good, and 吃 means to eat. So 好吃, good to eat, or tasty. Similarly, 好 can combine with other verbs like 喝 for to drink to form 好喝, good to drink, or tasty but for beverages. Other common 好 plus verb combinations in Chinese include 好看, good to look or good looking, 好听, good to listen or the music sounds good, and 好玩, good to play or fun. Now that we know these basic adjectives, let's look at how to use them in a sentence. For example, 牛排很好吃, the steak is very tasty. 很 means very and is used to connect a subject to an adjective. Notice the sentence 牛排是好吃 is incorrect. 是 cannot be used to directly link an adjective to a subject. Rather, we have to use the connector word 很 instead. Let's take a look at the following structure. Subject plus 很 plus adjective. So for example, this wine is very tasty. 这个葡萄酒很好喝。这个葡萄酒很好喝. And if you wanted to say something doesn't taste good, all you have to do is negate the adjective with 不. So for example, 这个牛排不好吃. This steak is not good. Or 这个葡萄酒不好喝. This wine doesn't taste good. Now let's cover a few common flavors in Chinese. There's actually this really cool idiom that contains 4 of the 5 flavors mentioned in this unit. 酸, 甜, 苦, 辣, which means the joys and sorrows of life. 酸 is sour, and 甜 means sweet. 苦 is bitter, and 辣 means spicy or hot. And there's one more flavor I want to mention, 咸, which is salty. Now, I know that's a lot to learn at once, so let's take a look at a few practical examples. Coffee is known to be bitter, so let's say that cup of coffee is really bitter. 那杯咖啡很苦。那杯咖啡很苦。And lemons are known to be sour, right? Let's say this lemon is really sour. 这个柠檬很酸。这个柠檬很酸。The last thing I want to cover here is the word 还可以, which means not bad. 还可以 can be used to describe something you may not necessarily think is bad, but it's also not perfect either. When using 还可以, we can follow the simple structure A plus 还可以. So for example, this cake is just okay. 这个蛋糕还可以。这个蛋糕还可以. This cake's okay, not bad. Do you still remember how to ask someone, how have you been recently? 你最近怎么样? Right. 你最近怎么样? How have you been recently? You can say, 我最近还可以. 我最近还可以. I've been okay recently, not bad. Bye bye.